Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. I appreciate you giving us this time, Frank. You've had a busy media schedule. It's non-stop.
It's a pleasure, my son. You know that, Matt.
Well, look, this fight card, I believe the whole main card is a headline act. Whichever way you look at it, you know, Callum Smith, Buatsi could do Liverpool, London, the O2, from top to bottom. When is the last time you've seen a card this competitive in terms of 50-50 fights, genuine?
At this level. Because, you know, some of these, you know, like Magnificent Sevens we've done, I can look back to fights that I've personally been involved with, you know, like the one we did up in Sheffield, was it the Full Monty and that, they were all competitive. But these fights are at a high level. And I can't think for many, many years. I mean, in the States, there's been, in Vegas and Madison Square Gardens, I think over the years, they might have had 3 title fights on a card, but not like this, not 7. I mean, you know, with great fighters, by the way. You know, I remember seeing Tommy Hearns and Hagler not fighting each other on the same card. Yeah. But this is a special card, in as much that excuse me, all the fights are 50-50 fights. They're very close, well-matched fighters fighting each other.
Is it good for you, I suppose, that all your sort of fighters get out of the way, and then at the top of the bill you get to sort of sit down, relax and enjoy what last time was one of the best fights that could have been made in boxing? And I think we see a special fight again, Beterbiev Bivol, boxing at its very elite level, and you get to sort of almost sit back and go, I've no dog in the race, but what a fight.
Yeah, well, I love it. I'm a fan as well as yourself and the people who are buying tickets or watching it on TV. It's an amazing fight. It was a great fight last time round. And the fact they shared that ring for 12 hard fought and keenly fought rounds, I think we're going to see a classic again.
You edging towards Beterbiev? I think I've heard in previous interviews, based on maybe how the last sort of the back end of the rounds went in that fight.
Yeah, well, I picked him last time, but then I thought the other guy, I thought Bivol won the fight. I thought he just nicked it. I thought he won it by a little bit more when I was being there, and I watched it back when I got home, and I thought it was a bit closer. But yeah, very, very cleanly fought fight, great fight. But I feel that, I don't know, I just got this thing with Beterbiev. It took him a while to get into the fight, in my opinion, and I feel that the first round of this fight on Saturday would be like the 13th of the last one.
Well, look, aside from the main event, I said to Dev Sani yesterday, I feel like the most talked about fight is Joe Parker and Daniel Dubois. For me, what a fight. The stories of these two men, they've both overcome adversity, but, you know, like you said, this is now the number 1 versus number 2. Now sort of Tyson's out of the picture, obviously what Dubois has done to Joshua. These are the 2 main men in the division. Is this winner stays on to fight Usyk, or does Anthony Joshua have a say in this?
If Daniel comes through, the fight that I would really want to see is the rematch with Usyk. I think it's unfinished business. I think it was controversial. I think that round with the alleged low blow and the 4-minute break, I think it's got, I mean, everybody will buy into it, and it's a different Daniel. Provided he comes through, it's a different Daniel.
I remember I was in Poland, and there was almost the feeling that straight after the fight, although there was disappointment, this is an opportunity in the future where we may run this back. Is that still in your mind? Although everyone talks about other fights, and obviously I know Tyson's retired now, you look and go, we can get that back, and we can manage to sort of put the rights what went wrong because of his improvements as well.
I asked for that. I made a complaint. I mean, I did make a complaint. I know everybody got, you know, a lot of people were moaning about me moaning, but I did because I felt that, you know, I thought that 4-minute break was totally unnecessary, and I think even when Usyk wanted to fight on, the referee gave him more time, you know, and that's not the referee's job. That's, the fighter says I'm ready to go. He's ready to go. Yeah. And that's it. But anyway, look, out of bad comes good, and it's made Daniel the man that he is now, and he's grown up a lot. He's matured a lot, not just physically but mentally, and he's in such a good place at the moment. But he's fighting a fighter in Joe Parker, who's got a great team around him. Andy, I've got a lot of respect for as a trainer, as I've for Don Charles, the trainer of Daniel, and they fancy the job. He's up for it. You can see he's obviously worked on building himself bigger, up. Yeah. He looks bulked up, so he's looking to be, he's looking to. That means he's going to. When you're carrying a bit bulk, you get a little bit slower. So that means he's he's going to be literally, I think, looking to trade with him and like a bit of roughhouse in there. So that's going to be intriguing in as much that for me to beat Daniel, you have to hurt him. You have to try and put him on the back foot, and the only way you can do that is by coming forward. Yeah. And if he comes forward, Daniel, that's the way Daniel fights as well. You're going to get something special.
It's a special night for obviously Daniel Dubois, but also Hamzah Sheeraz, and I think people almost, I don't want to say people are overlooking Carlos Adames, but because the people in boxing know what he's all about, and he sent quite a brutal message yesterday at the Grand Arrivals and talked about, decapitating job kind of thing. He's bang up for this fight. Is this sort of, I don't want to say Hamzah Shiraz's coming out party, but this will be a huge statement if he gets victory on Saturday night?
It's a massive statement. This is the moment for him in his career, his boxing career, he's been waiting for. This is what it's about. This is what he's been preparing for since he turned professional. He didn't come in under a blaze of amateur glory, but he's done brilliantly. He's learnt very well, and he's become quite a all-round consummate professional. And he's learning from fights. And he's got a great style. He's got a good boxing brain. He's tall, he's rangy, he's strong, he can punch. For a rangy guy, he can fight on the inside, which is pretty unusual. But he's in with an excellent fighter. Like we started this off, they're all good quality 50-50 matches. He's in with a really good champion. And if he pulls it off, this is going to be something special. Yeah. And hopefully he doesn't get beat, but it's not the end of the world when people get beat. No. It's not the end of the world. But he is capable of doing this. He is capable.
Well, I think that's the new era of boxing. This is what these cards are about. You're not going to get any knockovers. You're getting paid well for it, and a loss doesn't mean the end of your career. I mean, look at Dubois and Parker. They're prime examples of a loss doesn't affect your career. You can bounce back. Look where they are today. Look, this DAZN schedule that you've put out, we spoke about it in Manchester. I've seen you and Eddie Hearn yesterday. He was the first one on the platform. Now you've joined and you've sort of gone, bang, bang, bang. That's what we're doing. I know that you two are on good terms and the network will help you put these fights together easier, but that competitiveness is still there to say, there's our schedule kind of thing. We've moved on to the platform. What are you going to sort of throw back? Because it's an impressive lineup for the next couple of months.
Well, it is. I mean, it is. And obviously, Eddie, I know he's putting together, or he has put together some really good cards, and he's putting some more together. And wait to see our next three that we're going to announce.
5v5?
There'll be a 5v5 and other fights that we'll be announcing, Queensbury Promotions. Look, we're competitive. He's competitive, and there's going to be some fabulous, fabulous shows. There's boxing's in a really good place at the moment. The catalyst for it, probably for us working together, is the Riyadh season. And that's been good for boxing and good for everybody, good for the fighters, and it's probably give us all a big kick up the arse to come on, fellas, let's work together and let's make this happen.
One of the fights I'd sort of seen put into the ether was Justice Junior versus Moses Atama. Is that a potential one for a 5v5, or can you say?
That'd be a great fight. I'm interested in that one. Yeah, that would be a cracker.
Well, let's watch this space. Look, I've got to talk on the elephant in the room. I know it's not your fight, but the British Boxing Board of Control have done their due diligence and pulled Floyd Schofield out of the fight for the protection and the safety of the fighter, which is completely paramount. Yes. On the flip side to that, we won't go into the back and forth. Like I said, that's more of a golden boy question. But it potentially opens the door for a Josh Padley if that deal gets done. We're hearing online he's a potential. He upset Mark Chamberlain last time, but it could completely change his life.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets the gig, then it's a tough one, by the way. Yeah, but I mean, that's no easy job for him, that's for sure. But look, if he gets it, he gets it. And in the meantime, Schofield's out because he's in hospital. In fact, somebody just showed me the photograph of him. I mean, how in their right mind can think he can fight just looking at that photograph? No, it's nuts.
Well, look, we've still got a lot of time to go till the end of the week. We're looking forward to the press conference, open workouts today, and what a fight night on Saturday night. Appreciate your time, Frank. We'll catch up soon.
It's a pleasure as always.